go for a walk? Should we go for a walk? Come on then, mate. Let's go. Hello and welcome to my first I Got This vlog. Today we'll be walking around the famous Llanberis Lake, which sits in the Snowdonia National Park. See the link below for my Strava group and for more walks like this one. The Llyn Padarn circular walk is a little over 10 kilometres long and difficulty rating of moderate. It should take between 1.5 and 3 hours depending on your group's ability. Let me show you what's along the route.
It's easy and good.
So I've just parked up. I'm in Surf Lines in Llanberis and I'd recommend parking here because it's free. He's excited, and also the start of the path is just here. So you're probably wondering, Charlotte, you're dressed to the nines. Where are you going? The Arctic Circle? And I'm not. I am actually staying in North Wales. The reason I am dressed like this is because yesterday I came and did this walk and it was torrential snow after 2 days before being 21 degrees. So learnt my lesson, more layers required. It's really family friendly. You've got this dog makes me laugh. As you can see from the path behind me, it's recently paved. You can take bikes down here and everything. It's quite flat. We can make it more arduous if you want, but generally this is the sort of walk you would do post Snowdon, Trevan, one of the other mountains, because it would just help you take in the scenery, either get excited for Snowdon or wash out the lactic after Snowdon. So yeah, really recommend this one. I should probably introduce him. That's Dino. He is a German Shepherd Cross Malamute, and he's a rescue dog. You're a rescue dog. I've had him probably about 4 years. Yeah, sheep's his thing. The Llanberis Lake Railway runs along part of the trackbed of the defunct Padarn Railway, a 4-foot gauge line which connected the quarry with Llanberis, Port Norwich, on the Menai Strait. The Padarn Railway closed in October 1961. However, a 2.5-mile stretch of line remains, which is now used for sightseeing tours, which is the one I'm going to be walking along shortly. The locomotives still in use are authentic and named Llyn, Thomas Bach and Llyn Padarn. We'll see Llyn and Llyn Padarn later in the video. At the peak, which is 200 metres up. This is when you kind of start to go back in time, which is my favourite part. Passing this house here, and you can tell it's got the most amazing views, but I think it's still in the 1800s. It really is like nature's just claimed some of it. Here where we get our first real glimpse of Llanberis. It really is beautiful. If you haven't done Snowdonia yet, this walk will definitely get you excited. You can see just here, that's the train track going up. So the standard route would take you straight on. You can't keep following the road. However, when you see the red letterbox, there's a turning just on your right up here. Take that, and trust me, you're in for a treat. Climb up there, go down that way, you won't be disappointed. Check this photo up, boom. The reason I said to come down this path on the right is because there's a little community living down here. Very off the beaten track. I think they've made their own houses. Eco-friendly, living off the river. A really nice way to live. I'm not sure I could hack it, but yeah, I'll show you some. Hey. Once you pass the cool waterfall, go through the gate just here and then turn right. head down. So we're basically heading as if we're going onto the lake. What we can see past us here is all the old slate houses. Walking into what basically would have been a living room. That's the fireplace. There's a big tree, or two trees rather, growing through the middle of the house. That slate on top of the fireplace, I love that now. Dino, come here, come away, come away, come away. So strictly speaking, it's a live train track, you're not supposed to walk on it. It's COVID, the tourist trains are not running. Doing that. He's not stressed. So yeah, it's a tourist train that goes on here. It's COVID's on, so there's no trains at the minute. When you reach the bridge, so go right up there. I'm here outside the Quarry Hospital. So this is basically a museum for artifacts from the hospital. When the quarrymen used to get injured, they'd come here. It's free to enter, but it's a really good museum actually. It's got all the objects and the slates and stuff that would put on show to show what they would operate with. And I think there's some crazy stat, like if the guys went here, they'd only have an 80% chance of living. So yeah, and then the mortuary is open. I'll show you that. So Dino's gone for an explore. So I got told another useful fact yesterday. Can you see a lady's face? That's how it got described to me. A lady's face in the side of the mountain. At first I was like, no can I heck? And then if I told you to look for the Queen's head on the side of a £1 coin, it might become more obvious. Comment below if you can see it.
The lake is approximately 3.2 kilometres long and at its deepest point is 94 feet deep and is one of the largest natural lakes in Wales. At its southeastern end, it's linked to the neighbouring Llyn Padarn, which forms the lower reservoir of the Norwich power station. I'm going to visit that at a later stage.
So I'm 7.3 kilometres into this walk. If you're thirsty, there's a cafe just here. It is closed at the minute, but what it does show, these quarry houses, they take you through the ages of what it was like to live during this period. And then in that big square building there, it's the biggest water wheels. I don't actually know what the water wheel's for, but I'm assuming to generate some sort of power. And then in there was all the workshops, which you can see it all working when it's all... Look how clear that water is. Bit of a climb, but what a view. What a view. This is Llyn Padarn Castle, if you say it in Welsh. This one was quite significant. It was 1800s when the king basically made a prison at the top of a viewpoint, which basically warned off anybody who was coming here to try and steal anything. That's the prison you go into. Got a nice cold fire in it. What a view. I'd be quite happy here. If you're still watching, thank you. If you've enjoyed it, please subscribe, like. Why am I starting this vlog? That's what I find myself asking on this walk. Why am I doing it? Well, about 2 years ago, I had a pretty rough time mentally. I had achieved a lot in my life. I was on the Great Britain bobsleigh team. I was playing rugby for the Women's Premiership. I was peak 20. In my late 20s, I'm not telling you how old I am. But I'd achieved a lot and I struggled when that success kind of came to a stop and cut back. And at that point I also wanted to change my life. So I was living in the south of England. I'd been in the military for 13 years and at that point decided that it was time to move back home to Wales. So it took 18 months for that posting notice to come through. I'm finally here. and I've been here now for 6 days and just enjoying my surroundings. This is something I never ever did when I lived. That's us back in the car. 3.5 hours and 10.23 kilometers. So not far. And we took our time because I was having a mare with the drone. But I'm going to upload it to Strava. I've got the Strava group going and I want you guys involved. So I'll put the link below. Join my Strava club and you can see what the route that I took. I want to see what you guys are doing. I want to see where you're getting out. I want to see where you're exploring. I want to see everything. How are you doing it? Send me lots of pictures, lots of questions. If you know anything about this walk, if you've got any more history knowledge than me, comment it all down below. And if you've really enjoyed it, please like and subscribe. Thank you, bye. Say goodbye. Say bye. Bye.